Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube. Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today is the second installment of my Shop My Series stash. Nope. Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today is the second installment in my Shop My Series. Nope. Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today is the second installment in my Shop My Stash series with my friend Chip from A Moment with Chip. Sorry, that's the third time because I kept saying my Shop My Series stash. Anyhow, so today's the second installment. We're doing a Shop My Stash series together in collaboration with one another, and we are choosing different palettes every week to feature on our channels that we have not used in a while, that we had to have when we bought them and then just kind of haven't used them. So this week we are doing the same palette again. The same palette as each other. Sometimes we're going to be doing different palettes and sometimes we'll do the same. So today we're doing the Sephora Pro Editorial palette. So this is what the outside looks like. This is what the back looks like. Mine is very dirty on the outside. And then, okay, one of the shades is slightly broken, but that's all right. So this is the inside of the palette. And when this palette came out, I had to have it. They came out with 3 different ones, I believe. And since then, they've come out with a few more. And I was like, this is such a beautiful palette. I need to have it. And I just haven't utilized it the way that I should. So we're going to do a look with it today. I also pulled out this, which is my Angel Eyes, my Luscious Angel Eyes eyeshadow primer base. This is someone that I got in my BoxyCharm, and I don't use it that often because it's kind of yellow toned for my skin, very yellow toned for my skin, but it does cancel out any discoloration, which I had a little bit of discoloration because my last look I will link it up here. It is a collaboration with my friend Andrea, and I used a lot of pinks and purples, but I have to say, for a look with a lot of pinks and purples, yeah, I didn't have that much staining this time, so that was good. And so Chip and I decided we wanted to do this series together. We realized that we have a lot of the same palettes in common, like older palettes and newer palettes, but we're featuring the older ones, so we're really excited about this series. And I want you guys to go check her out because you guys know how much I love her. She is so sweet and so talented, and I just love watching her. So definitely go check out and see what look she creates with this palette. I have no clue what look I'm going to create, honestly. None. I'm just looking at it going, maybe this was my problem and this is why I didn't do many looks with it before, but I don't know. Okay, so I think the first shade I'm going to start with is going to be the red. Well, it's kind of like it's more like it's like a pinky toned red, but it's pretty red. So we're going to start with that one. The top row of this palette has all shades that are, what is the word? They look white in the pan, but they all have like an iridescent shift to them that flashes to another color. So that is one of the reasons I wanted it, because at the time I didn't have anything like that. And I don't know, it just spoke to me. This palette spoke to me, and I was in Virginia Beach visiting my friend from high school, Darcy, who, by the way, made my intro for me. I have to admit, I did not do it myself, but I did tell her what I wanted and stuff like that. But she's practicing her editing and stuff like that, so she made my intro. So thank you so much, Darcy. But I was with her when I bought this palette at the mall there, and we went to the mall specifically so I could buy this palette. because all the places in my area were sold out. And I had called ahead and they still had one. So I was like, yeah, I need to go. I need to go get it now. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of the hot pink and I'm just going to put that over top of it because I want it to have kind of like a little bit more of a pink tone than it already does. I have no idea where I'm going with this. Part of me just wanted to do like a rainbow right off the bat. I probably should have done something to match this thing, but I didn't. Okay, so now I'm going to go into this purple. Very pretty. They are very dusty, I will say that. They're not the best when it's not the kind of palette if you don't like kick up, because it does have a lot of kick up. But Sephora eyeshadows are pretty good quality actually. And I think they had this one and they had a warm tone one and a cool tone one. And what was funny was that the reason, and I don't even think I told Chip this, but the reason when we were talking about which palette we were going to do next, I suggested this one, was because I was in Sephora and I was getting something from the VIB sale, and I happened to notice that they had a second Editorial palette. It was like a follow-up to this palette, and I literally thought about getting it, and then I was like, what are you doing? Like, you haven't even used the one that you have sitting at home, and you just started this Shop My Stash series. Like, no, you're not getting it. And then I reminded myself that I did not need it. Okay, so far we look crazy. I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. Some eyeshadows recently, I've noticed some pink eyeshadows, obviously not these, but some I've noticed that even if they sit on my face for a little bit, I get staining. So now I've started kind of wiping it off right away. Okay, so where to go next? Unfortunately, some of my I wish I would have realized this before. Some of my iridescent shadows have gotten some like powder from other shadows in there, so that needs to be kind of cleaned out. And it's a little bit hard panned as well, but okay. So I could either go gold, or I could do blue, or I could do, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a really light, I'm gonna do the light turquoisey shade in here because I think that'll be really pretty. I just need to find the right brush. Oh, I'll do this one. Since it's a matte eyeshadow. Oh, no. I'm gonna do lime green. I know that sounds crazy, but we're gonna do lime green. So I'm just going to use this blending brush and put that right in there. I don't want to blend these two shades together, the purple and the green, because they will turn brown, but I want to put the green as close to the purple without blending them together. And then we might put down either a glitter or one of these iridescent shades, like in the inner corner or something, over top of that lime green. But I've never done this color combination before, and I have really been trying to do different color combinations. So let me go off camera, do my base, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I used my Marc Jacobs highliner in the shade Taboo, which I haven't used in a while. I used my Butter Bronzer, which I have been using more lately, but I hadn't used it in a while. And then I used my Physicians Formula talc-free mineral correcting powder as my setting powder today. This one is a new one, but I have gone through quite a few of these. It's really pretty pastel. My friend Crystal got this for me, so thank you so much, Crystal. I've been really enjoying using this again. And then for my blush and my highlight, ooh, I know, I went into my Kat Von D Fetish palette. Now this green stuff came from, I used it for a loose pigment that I was using. I used it as a base, so just ignore that. But yes, so that is what I used for my, oh, I should show you what shades I used, right? I used Bathory as my blush, and I used, which is this one, and I used Rose Shock as my highlighter. By the way, my fingers are still stained from my hair color. They're probably going to be stained in a couple different videos because I'm filming a few videos per day, so yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go back into my Sephora Pro palette, and there's this one shade that this palette has that is kind of like a, see what I mean by like it flashes to different colors? Like, that's what I mean by the kind of iridescent colors that it has. So I'm going to use one of those, this one. I don't know what it's called. None of these have names as far as I can tell. Do they? No, they don't have names. Okay. They may have names on the packaging. It's definitely not on the back, but I think that adds the perfect pop of color in the inner corner, and I really like it. I like these shades. I don't think they're as good as some of the iridescent shades that I have for inner corner highlights now, but still good. Let me know down below if you have any of the Sephora Pro palettes, and if so, which ones. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go into first this like royal blue shade. I need to put some powder under my eyes. I just have that feeling that if I don't, I'm gonna regret it. So I'm gonna go into my Maybelline Fit Me powder and just set under my eyes, because I only used that pressed powder for the rest of my face. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped everything. So I'm going to put that on the outer portion. Of both eyes. I say that like I normally don't do the same on both eyes. Actually, I do two-tone looks frequently, so you never know. It's a really pretty blue. I feel like it would be way more intense if I hadn't put it over top of a black eyeliner. And because I used a pink eyeshadow, I'm having a little bit of that going on in the outer corner where the color doesn't want to stick. And then I'm going in with that turquoise shade on the inner portion. The light mint greenish turquoise shade. Okay, I like that. Now let's, right, I dropped my brushes during the break, so I need to grab one. Hold on one second, please. Okay, I'm back. I love the Metal Crush highlighter formula. I feel like Kat Von D discontinues everything good in her collection. I feel like everything neutral and kind of boring or just not unique like stays in her collection, and then everything that is colorful and, you know, different, I guess, gets discontinued. But okay, so we're gonna just put on a little mascara, and I am not gonna forget to do my brows. I mean, I technically already did because I usually would have done that off camera, But I have my brow pencil. Thank goodness it was not in the brush holder that is all over the floor right now. Literally, I dropped every single brush behind me on the floor. It was on the little table next to me, and while I was doing my foundation, I knocked the whole thing over onto the floor, which I'm definitely gonna have to clean up, and that means I'm gonna have to wash all my brushes. So that's fun. Luckily, it wasn't my really big brush holder with the ones that I use normally. It was one that I brought in here because I was like, well, if I'm gonna use my makeup that I haven't used in a while, maybe I'll use some brushes I haven't used in a while. And then I forgot to use them and knocked them all into the floor. Okay, so this is the e.l.f. brow pencil. I don't really venture out when it goes to brow products. Like, I pretty much use the same few products, either the e.l.f. brow pencil or the Billion Dollar Brows, the actual brow pencil, not the thing I got in my BoxyCharm. If you've seen that already, probably not. Okay, so we're gonna go into the Lunatick Lab Cosmetics lip color in the shade Pout Off, and this will be going into my box. You guys know I have a, oh, that smells good. I've actually never used this shade. It's kind of minty. And I'm having a lipstick challenge and giveaway with Debbie Knoblauch, so all that info will be below. This is very interesting. It like has peppermint oil in it. Lunatick Lab Cosmetics actually sent me this for free, and I just haven't tried it yet. I like this, and I like the way it feels. Like it, I don't think it's gonna dry down. I think it's kind of a combo. Is this a gloss? I don't know. It doesn't say it's a gloss. Well, if I find out that it's a gloss, I'm taking it back out of the box so I can use it again. I think it's just a liquid lipstick that doesn't dry down, if you know what I mean. So it's gonna go in my box for now. This box is almost getting filled up. In a couple days, you guys will see a whole new container for that. So last but not least, I'm going to use my Kylie Cosmetics setting spray. I'm trying to get through this. It's not a bad spray. It's just not my favorite. And it is like shellac for your face. I do like the smell. I mean, I don't not like it. Like, I definitely think it works. I just tend to reach for other setting sprays more. So this is the finished look. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like it? It's kind of like an all matte look with just like a little bit of shimmer in the inner corner. I think I like the way it turned out. I'm so glad that we decided to use this palette because it definitely deserved some more love. So thank you, Chip, for doing this series with me. I'm so excited to see what palette we choose next. I love you so much, and I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.